Hello everyone, hi, I'm Darshan Patel, and for today's conversation, let's talk about Catalyst Wireless 916061, the same hardware that can be used for on-prem controller-based as well as for the cloud-based. And before we get in, let's understand the purpose behind high density and how we design high density, a quick look into it. So it depends upon your type of application, like high density video or voice conference. Expected concurrent number of clients. In a high density classroom, if we have 300 clients, consider every student in that area have 2 devices. So 600 clients, supported wireless standards, supported wireless bands. What is the mix of the clients that will be used? MacBooks versus iPhone. And on the top of that, there are different ways that we can calculate number of APs. The way that I like it is have your total number of APs or the total number of clients that you have it divided by magic number that I have come up with 34 to provide that number of APs. Or considering on 6 gigahertz design, depending upon the channel width, what you want to achieve, it could be anywhere between 1600 square feet to 2200 square feet, right? I would prefer about 1800 or 2000 square feet to have that channel assignment power level. And this is considering for high density indoor wireless. So areas especially that I have been working with, like in higher education auditorium rooms, the options that we have it is either utilize omnidirectional antennas that I have seen customer using it, having 4 in that small area, because we have so many clients. Or if I go back to my memory that I designed a hanger, it was a complicated situation and very less options with the directional patch antenna, and it looked bulky, not aesthetically appealing. Or if we go into a healthcare in a long hallways or enterprise point of view, it is still the same. A lot of omnidirectional APs are being installed and the roaming takes place. Is there a better way that we can take care? For today's options that we have is 9120 AXE access point with 2566, along with 9130 AXE with 9103. Both are 6 dBi patch antenna, or in MR46 scenario, we have antenna as well. And we have dart connectors or external cables connected to those patch antennas that it could move. Even I have seen in one of my customer area before was using Galileo antenna in auditorium rooms. They wanted to try out and test it out. So there are different options out there, but it's more bulky. What if I say there is a new solution? Less aesthetically appealing, no external cables connected to it, and inside patch antenna that integrated into an AP, providing you a 6 dBi antenna gain. So that's where we have Catalyst Wireless 9166 D1, and it provides 2.4 and 5 gigahertz with 6 dBi, that is 70 by 70 degree, and the 6 gigahertz is 8 dBi antenna gain, that is 60 by 60. For radio's point of view, we have 2.4, 5, and 6. All of them are in 4x4. The third radio that we have it is can be operated in XOR mode. It means it can be used in 5 gigahertz or 6 gigahertz. And yes, we have auxiliary radio and IoT radio as well. That is a scanning radio. Now, a small test that I carried out in my attic, I was sitting at where, as you can see, those boxes, and AP that is upside down with the red cable is 9166D. While I was sitting in the same area 10 or 12 feet away, I was connected to 9166I and connected to 6 gigahertz. As I moved to the first floor, and remember this is about roughly an idea, this is where my AP in attic is, this window on the first floor where I moved back. The interesting part is all three radios were up, 2.4, 5 and 6, and it moved me directly to 9166 D1 over there, connecting to 77 dBm. So that was an interesting observation that I did, that it is able to connect on 6 gigahertz. And remember, the code that I'm running on it is 17.12.2 for testing purpose. But that is more about, hey, this is where I've tested in my limited options. But what if I can share you with more information? However, one of our customer was able to use in an auditorium room. This is what it looks like in a high density classroom. And as you can see before, they implemented an omnidirectional antenna and they replaced, it is still there, but they put it 9166 D1. Important observations that they provided was the number of APs they were able to, number of clients that they were able to connect, a stronger signal strength, higher SNR, closer to where they were sitting. And look, this is a perfect example. Having two different patch antennas connected to an AP, instead of that, it was replaced by a single AP 9166 D1. And it is really interesting to see these things. Thank you for watching. Let's get unplugged and remain connected.